there's a tremendous amount of information there, for us in all areas. The matchups, the schemes, style of play, the venue, everything. There's a lot of stuff. So it doesn't mean anything's going to be like that was. It's just that we just have a lot of information to draw from, and so when we see them play after us, we have a sense for them too. So it's really an exciting preparation because of that.
What went into that game? Why did it turn out the way it did? What do you think made it so lopsided?
Well, we kind of started out kind of rough. We turned the ball over right away and had a couple penalties and stuff that got in our way. And then we played really well on defense is what it turned out. We found some ways to get down the field and score a little bit. And we had good turnover in there that we took advantage of also. So we got up on them because the defense was really keeping us in position to do that. We made some really nice plays on offense, and then so the score just kind of stayed out there. But it was, I think, shaky start for us, and then the defense allowed us to kind of regain our stride, play some good football, and took off a little bit.
You guys kept Adrian Peterson in check, obviously, but I assume that's still where it started.
Yeah, well, I don't think we kept him in check. They weren't able to run the ball a lot, and there's not any misconception of what happened in that game to us at all. We think he's an incredible football player. They know how to give it to him, and they're going to do that. And that was a game that just happens once in a while. That was not an indication of anything that's going to come.
Tyler Lockett was named Player of the Week in special teams this week. What more can you say about him, the impact he's made?
Yeah, I'm really happy that happened. After getting selected to the Pro Bowl and all of that for returns, and to have a game like that to jump out and kind of prove it. After he had a huge start and gained a lot of respect early. We weren't able to get him going much, after in the early part of the year. He was always a factor. You could tell by the way teams were approaching us. But it was great to see him have a big game and get some numbers back out there. And it's nice that he got rewarded with that. But he's had a fantastic season. He's had a terrific season for us as a receiver as well as the effect of the returner. He's been such a great competitor to hang in all year long with all those hits that he's taken and all of that. So he's a fantastic kid on our team.
From what you've seen, what are kind of the characteristics of a Mike Zimmer defense?
It's very sound base defense to start with, something I really take a lot of pride in. You know what you're up against, and you're going to have to beat their defense. It starts there. And he'll go back to his base defense when he needs to. Some teams don't do that. They jump around and do other things. So he's committed. He has a very in-depth pressure package and background in doing so. A real style about that, and that other teams have really, I think, kind of taken from him. And so we know we have a lot of issues in their ability to pressure us to go along with the base defense. I think it's a really good mix in concept. You can see how it's him because it carried right over from what Cincinnati's done, and he's still having his impact on Cincinnati's football by what he had done there in the years there. So he's a fantastic coach, and I like that you can see that as well as his commitment to the running game too, that matches all that together.
Are the blitz packages kind of abnormal or outside the box?
They're really aggressive. A lot of guys at the line of scrimmage and multiple disguises and looks to really threaten a lot of your protection aspects. And so very, very good at doing that, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
In your experience, what area or areas of the game are most affected by the extreme ball?
I think it's the handling of the ball, probably over a long period of time. It's the handling of the ball. It always seems to make the coaches feel like it's going to be a more vulnerable situation. So that because of feel and touch and that kind of stuff. Sometimes, certainly, it does affect the travel of the ball in the kicking game. It doesn't go as far.
When you say handling of the ball, is that both handing the ball off and
everything?
It, or is it
everything. Yeah, I think everything. That's why there's this sensitivity to you're more vulnerable, whether you're handing off or tossing it or however you're doing it. So, of course, throwing and catching is a big deal too.
How have your preparations changed at all with knowing the weather being what it is?
We're just starting the week, and so we're doing the things that we normally do, and we're well aware of what we're going toward and heading towards, and everybody's prepared. And it is not going to be an issue for us going forward. We're just going to go play football and do the things that we know how to do and try to do them really well, regardless of what the conditions are, whether it hits way low temperatures or it doesn't.
Do you have to do